Hello, welcome to another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Today we're in Lake National Wildlife Refuge near Roswell, New Mexico. This place was established in 1937 as a refuge for birds, and we can see a lot of water behind us, and that is always a good area for birds. If you've been a fan for a long time, you know I'm not much of a bird or a geology guy, but I did bring some binoculars, and let's go see what we can find. I always love a new area. Bitter Lake got its name because the water is very brackish and not good for human consumption, but for wildlife, it's perfect. If you listen behind me, you can just hear all the ducks, geese, cranes, and other birds. We can see a burned area here, and in an ecosystem like this, fire is probably a mixed bag. Good for some plants, bad for others. So for the grasses and things like that, it's probably a really good thing. Grasses will respond very quickly, and in a marshy area like this, they'll respond and grow back fast. But if it happens to catch some plants like willows and cottonwoods, then it's probably not good. But I suspect it's also a good management tool to keep things like salt cedar under control. Well, we've made our way down to the banks of the Pecos River, or some people down here would say Pecos River. But as we follow it down, found something kind of cool here. Here's a path, and this is actually the path I followed in here, but it's a game trail. And if we look closely, we'll see a bunch of tracks on it. Let's take a closer look. This is a bit of a weird looking track. The mud can do that. I would guess after all is said and done, even with its shape and all, still suspecting coyote on this one. Here's another of that same creature. Why don't you leave in the comments what you think it is? I know we make a joke of scat on this channel, but here's a really cool coyote scat, or at least a predator scat with a lot of bone in it. I've been asked before about what makes places like this so appealing. They're not like the beautiful snow-capped peaks and things like that, but what makes them appealing to me is how important they are to the ecosystem. Places like this are the stitches in the fabric of our entire environment that keep it together. You need places like Bitter Lake to provide habitat and wintering overgrounds and migration stops for waterfowl and things like that. So this, as desolate and as bleak as it may look, is critical habitat and super important to our overall environment. Well, that's about going to do it for today's quick trip to Bitter Lakes National Wildlife Refuge. Hope you liked it. It's a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, but it is a gorgeous place in its own right, and I've seen thousands of birds. Next time I'll have to bring a camera with a little better lens so I can show you as well. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.